Hello everyone. If you've ever struggled with opening your Microsoft Word, this video is for you. Welcome to Skillcraft Hub, where we teach digital skills that help you to build your skills, create impact, and earn more. In today's class, I'll be showing you on how to use your Microsoft Word. So grab your devices and notebook. Let's dive in. So in today's class, on your desktop, you search for Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word. You click on it to open. So before you start, you arrange your template first by highlighting the empty space, setting your font style as Times New Roman and your font size 14 to give you a good write-up. So this place is called the ribbon, where you see the file, home, insert, design, page layout, references, mailing, review, and view. So we start from your home tab. On your home tab, we have the paste, cut, copy, format painter, and so on. So we start from the paste. This paste is used after copying a particular work and you want to paste it in another place. The shortcut key is Ctrl V. Okay, let's write something like welcome to Skillcraft. Okay, in order for this one now to move down, you first highlight it. Let's start with the copy. Highlight, copy on this ribbon on your home tab, copy, then you click on enter, paste. Now the shortcut key for copy is Ctrl C, while the shortcut key for paste is Ctrl V. So as we go on, we'll be making use of these two. So now let's go into the the font. First of all, we type in welcome to Skillcraft. First, on your font size on the ribbon, this is the font. You highlight in order to make it bold. You see this bold letter, capital letter B, that is bold here. It's called the bold. When you click on it, this particular write-up will become bold than usual. And the shortcut key for bold is Control B in order to make your work bold. Control B. Now, this other icon that is slant, this I, is called the italics. It will make your work slank. So hereby you highlight your work, this welcome to Skillcraft, go to the italic, click on it, you see it. Now, in order for you to underline your work, like most work need to be underlined, like heading, topics, and so on, even the starting of a body of a letter too. So you highlight, then you look at this icon, you click on it to underline. Shortcut key for underline is Ctrl U in case you want to use it in your everyday work. Ctrl U. Then, in order to increase your font size, let me say this font size now, you're not okay with it, you want to increase it or decrease it, whichever way. You highlight, always highlight when you want to work on anything. Always highlight. You highlight, it's either you pick from this side, this arrow here, you pick the size, let me say 20, click on 20. Or this letter A, you see an arrow facing up. It's either you click on it, A, it will be increasing by itself automatically, or the other one that is coming down, it will decrease. So whichever way you want. So right now, we are done with this font part. Now we are going to paragraph. this interface here, paragraph. So let me say I type something, love computer. Okay, now we start from this point. You highlight this first one here is called a bullet. Bullet is, let me just say, a part of like a paragraph, like you want to give a style, something like tab to shift in your work into your work you're doing. So bullet now, let's say you want to bullet this I love computer. You first highlight it, click on this small arrow, then you choose any bullet of your choice. It's like you pick on this dot, any one of your choice. Let's say we pick this one, you click on it. It will indent your work a little bit to the right. So the more you type, the more you click on enter, the more it will come up. The more you type, the more you click on enter, the more it will come up. The more you type, the more you click on enter, the more it will come up. So in order to remove it, when you click on enter to start another write up, you click backspace to delete, then you click enter again. Then you can continue your work. So let's say we are done with this bullet now. The second one is called a numbering. Let's say computer is an electronic device. You click on enter. Computer computer is used for making money. Click on enter. Computer is used for presentation or data analysis, whichever way. So in order to number your work, these three things are written here. You highlight, like I said earlier, in order to do anything you want to do, you highlight in order for it to work. So you highlight your work, come to this numbering on this small arrow here, click on it. You pick whichever style you want. Is it this one with parentheses, this capital letters, alphabet, any one of your choice. Let's say we pick one, two, three. You click on it, it will align itself automatically. So whatever you are typing and you're pressing enter, you're clicking on enter, the number will continue automatically, arranging itself the way it is before. So let's move on to let's move on to adjustment of your work. Let's say for instance you type a letter and you want it to either shift to the left, the right, or to be in the middle. So this style, these ones here I use. The first one here says align left, which is Control L, which is also called the left alignment. It is commonly used for bodies, text, and it makes the document easy to read, like just the starting of a document, starting of a letter. This second one is called the center alignment, which is Control E as shortcut. It gives documents a formal appearance and is often used for cover page, quotes, and sometimes headings. And this other one, the third one is the right alignment. Right alignment is used for small section of maybe content such as text in your headers and footers and so on. The last one, which is the fourth one, is called your justify. Your justify is used. It gives your document a clean, cropped edge, which looks more published, like formal. It gives you a clean sheet. Like when you type something, it will adjust your work in very good arrangement. The shortcut key is Control J for justify. As we move on, I hope you're learning. Then this other one is call your line line spacing, line and paragraph spacing. So let's do some example. Let's say we highlight um this 1 to 4, 1 to 5, we highlight it. Then we test run the line spacing. You click on this small arrow here, then you pick any number you want. If it's 1.0, it will adjust automatically. 1.15 adjust automatically. So let's pick let's say 2.5. You click on 2.5, it will adjust automatically by itself. Now let's move on to shortcut keys on your computer. Control A is used for is used to highlight all the documents. Let's try it and see. Control A, Control plus A. It's used to highlight all documents, as you can see, to highlight all your documents automatically. Control A. Hope you are writing. Control A. It's used to highlight all your documents. Then Control B. Control B is for bold. If you highlight anything, let's say I highlight this particular work and Control B, it will bold it to make it bold automatically. Control B, make it bold automatically. Then Control C. Take note, we are dealing with shortcut keys on Microsoft Word now. Control C is to copy any particular document of your choice. So let's say we highlight this. Welcome to Skillcraft. We highlight it, then Control C. Control plus C is copy. Then let's say we paste it under. Click on Enter. Control. We paste. We paste. In order to paste, you right click. Click on Paste. So after C, we have Control D. Control D is just the arrangement of your font size, style, and some other things in your Microsoft Word. If you click on Control D, a dialog box will appear. Let's see, Control D. As you can see, the dialog box will appear. So you can set your font anyone you want. Already, we have already set it from the beginning, so there will be no need. So that you set your font, your style, or your size, one of your choice, then you click OK to automatically change. That is the use of Control D. So Control E, move on to Control E. Control E, as I said earlier, is to align your work to the middle, which is called the center alignment. So let's say I highlight this. Computer is used for making money. I highlight it, then Control E. As you can see, it moved to the middle. Control E is to align your work to the middle, to the center. So now we'll move on to Control I, which is to make your work italic, slanky. So let's say this computer, this first one, computer is an electronic device. Let's highlight and then Control I and see what will happen. You see, the work now will look bent, somehow slanky. That is the use of italics. Control I. Then Control J is to make your work to justify, arranging your work in a proper and good manner. Let's say um let's say this number 1 to 5, I highlight it and I want to justify it. I want it to be well arranged. In order for me to present it well, I will click on Control J. Control J will align your work. Let's see. Control J, you see, as you can see, to align your work in a proper and good manner. That is the use of Control J. So Control K, we move to Control K. Control K is to open and the dialog box for hyperlink. Control K to open a dialog box for hyperlink, which you can use for open your bookmark, documents, and so on. Control, we move to Control L. Hope you are writing, guys. We move to Control L, which is Control L is to make your work align to the left. All your work will move to the left. So let's see, we highlight something like this. Control L is already on the left hand side, so it will move. So let's say we shift this one a little bit further, and then we highlight and Control L. Let's see what will happen. Let's say we type something like, I love to make use of computer. Love to make use of computer. Okay. Then we highlight, let's say we shift it to the side using the tab. Using the tab, we shift it to the side a little bit. Okay. I love to make use of computer. Yes. So when you highlight and you Control L, it will automatically shift and arrange your work to the left, no matter how where the work is. So now it's already arranged to the left. That's why you're seeing it there. Control L. So Control N. When you try Control N now, it will take you to a very, it will take you from this place to a new page. Control N is to open a new document. So let's see Control N. You see a new page will appear. That's the use of Control N. A new page will automatically appear. So we move to Control O. Control O is to open your is to open. Control O is to open. Then it's either you select your old work you're working on, your old document, or you save. But now you are not doing save. You're not there yet. So Control P is to print your work. Control letter P is to print. When you click Control P to take you to the print setup, where you can select your printer, the copies you want to make, and so on. Um, let's see, control letter Y is to undo, while control letter Z is to redo. As we move forward, okay, now we have seen what we need to see. So let's go to the practical aspect. So on looking at your handbook, your handouts, what you have there, we are going to go into the practical aspect. So on your Microsoft Word, we are going to create a blank document, type in a letter introducing yourself, and you are going to format your name in bold, set the font size to 12 and the font style to Arial. Line spacing will be 1.5, and then you save it as my first document. So let's proceed. So Control N is for a new page, Control N. So here we say writing a short letter introducing yourself, formatting your name in bold, setting your font size as 12 and your font style as Arial, line spacing 1.5, and saving your work as my first document. Okay, let's start by, we have already created a document, format as area, and then the font size as 12. Okay, in order to access the notebook, you can click the link below to access your handout. Let's continue. For those of you that has the handout physically or handy, let's continue with the practical. Yeah. So in order to continue with this practical, you need the handbook. So, and if you want to ask any question, asking the tutor, we'll be taking a physical class very soon. So if you have any question, you can drop it on your comment section. With this practical we're going to start is with those that has their handbook handy. So we are going to, okay, so if you want to do this practical, we have to attend the physical class, which will be offline, and you have to have your book handy. So today I've learned more about Microsoft Word, the interface of Microsoft Word. If you followed along, congratulations. If you've just leveled up. So if you want a certificate for this class, click on the link below to get one plus your access workbook. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what you want to teach, what you want to teach, what you want us to teach next. Thank you.